Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about the new legendary hero, the new epic one coming this Thursday in the game and this Friday in the Miracle banner. And then we are going to talk about the new patch note we have for this week. But before, let me remind you that if you haven't claimed it yet, you still have that code above my head to redeem in game to have 1000 diamonds. And my promo code AhkTaar IMR5 is going to be available between June 1st and June 7th to get 5% extra cashback on every purchase in game using Aptoide. So let's first talk about the legendary hero coming this Thursday, and this is a poisoner from the Foresters, an attacker unit. He is gonna be one of the best poisoner we have in the game. The main reason being that he is gonna be the only hero, the only poisoner in the game who can apply poison up to on all your heroes, increasing their poison damage by 50%. In order to use that, you are gonna need to have the exclusive one. But that's not the only thing he can provide to your team. If you have other exclusives, he can also increase their mastery. Yes, you heard me correctly. You can increase the mastery of your heroes, but only if they can provide some poisons to the enemies. And also, he is gonna be a great hero for the new content, the Purgatory Exploration, because he is a hero who can apply a silver wand on enemies. And he's also gonna be a good hero for Gwyneth, in fact. So let's first have a look to the basic attack. 200% AoE damage, you have a main target and 2 random enemies. Considered as poison damage, 80% chance to inflict both 1 layer of poison and silver wand. Yes, 80% to inflict a silver wand on a basic attack AoE. This is pretty strong for a basic attack, right? So let's have a look to the first active skill now. AoE damage, all enemies, 200% attack damage, considered as poison damage, of course. 80% chance to inflict 2 layers of poison directly, and 40% chance to silence them. Great poisoner, and he can control enemies and apply silver wand, without any exclusive so far. Pretty good, right? Let's talk about the ultimate before the passive. AoE damage, 2 stages of 100% of your attack in damage, and for every layer of poison the target has, up to 6 layers per stage, you are gonna inflict 30% more attack damage. And that can be pretty strong. If you have 6 poisons on everyone in front, you are not gonna inflict 200% of your attack in damage, but in fact 200 plus 360%. Which is pretty good for a poisoner, and the damage are considered as poison damage. So the more the attack and the mastery, the better. And by the way, with the same skill, every time you're gonna take 15 turns in total with heroes with the poison tag, he is gonna deal 1 extra stage of damage using the ultimate. Up to 3 layers can be owned. So if you are playing a full poison team, in fact, that attack is gonna deal way more damage over time. 280% more attack damage for every layer of life devouring vines, which is pretty strong. So now let's talk about the passive. Every time he is gonna end a turn, he is gonna get 1 layer of vine sap, up to 100 layers in total, and every layer is gonna increase his mastery by 0.6% of his initial mastery. It says caps at 1.8%. I think that you reach the 1.8% once you skilled up the hero. Up to 180% mastery can be increased this way. And when he takes fatal damage, so when he dies for the first time only each wave, he's gonna cast the ultimate 1 time directly. He is probably gonna be one of the strongest poison hero in the game, and that without any exclusive. So now let's talk about the exclusive, because you are gonna see that they are gonna enhance the hero by a lot. On the first one, Fallen Poison Ivy, that's the first active skill. Before dealing damage, you are gonna grant to all your heroes poison up to for 3 turns. They are gonna have 50% more poison damage for 3 turns. First of all, that's the only hero who can apply that buff on your heroes, so he's gonna be the best hero to have in the poison team, of course, and for 3 turns. That's gonna be great. Then, with the same exclusive, every time he's gonna lose 30% of max HP in total, he is gonna cast the first active skill immediately. And it has 3 turns of cooldown. So passively, in fact, he is gonna cast the skills. This is crazy. So pretty strong so far. Now let's have a look to the second exclusive, maybe one of the best ones. Every time one of your hero is gonna inflict a poison proactively, it means without counterattacks and pursuits, all your heroes are gonna get 1 layer of Vine Sap. Vine Sap is the buff that he is getting every time he's ending a turn, increasing his mastery. So in fact, every time one of your heroes is gonna inflict a poison during their turn on enemies, all your heroes are gonna get some bonuses in mastery. That's super strong, right? And one more thing with the second exclusive, when you die with the hero, you are gonna cast Life Devouring Vines one time. That's because of the passive. But then you are also going to reduce the turn meta of all enemies by 30% thanks to the exclusive 2. And for every layer of Vine Sap you have on that hero, you are going to reduce the turn meta of all enemies by an extra 1%. Now, imagine using that in the War of Thrones. You have a buff which one kills one of your heroes, the slowest one in your team at the beginning of the battle. If you kill that hero directly at the beginning, you are going to reduce by a ton the turn meta of all enemies. So of course it's going to be a key hero for that content. So that's a really strong exclusive 2. The exclusive 3 is going to reduce the number of turns you need to act with your heroes to have a proliferating vines from 15 turns to 8 turns. And with the exclusive 3, when he has 3 layers of that buff on himself, every time he's going to gain 1 extra layer, he's going to cast the ultimate directly without any cooldown at all. So the more the turns you are going to play with your poisoners, the more he's going to cast the ultimate. So let me know what you think about that hero in comment below, but I think that he is going to be game changer for your poisoners in every content. Maybe not in PvP though. So now let's talk about the epic hero Rudi. He is from the Sword Harbor Guards, an attacker with the red mark, and he's gonna deal damage based on his max HP. I don't think that he's gonna be a good hero, but maybe he's gonna have decent damage for an epic hero. On the basic attack, damage on a single enemy, 3% of his max HP, and then 3% of the target's max HP, caps at 9% of his own max HP. And the damage are considered as HP burning. On the first active skill, 7% of his max HP in damage to all enemies, and 50% chance to inflict 1 layer of HP burning on all enemies. AoE HP burning on an epic hero, and maybe pretty nice damage based on his HP, so he's gonna be tanky. Why not? On the passive, every time he's gonna cast the basic attack proactively, he has 40% chance to pursue an attack for once. And so, a bit more damage over time. And finally, on the ultimate, AoE damage, 18% of his max HP, and if the target's stun meta is less than 50%, there is 20% chance to inflict Imprison for 1 turn, if not, 20% chance to inflict Silence for 1 turn, so he can control enemies. But the Imprison is not that great in PvE, and in PvP it can be good, but I don't think that you are gonna use that hero in PvP, right? The Silence can help, but it's only 20%. But with the exclusive 3, you are gonna increase your chance on that skill by 25%. So you are gonna have a 45% in total. Why not? It's an epic hero, so that's still pretty good, I think. Exclusive 1, on the first active skill, you are gonna deal 6% of the target's max HP as bonus damage, caps at 18% of his own max HP. Damage considered as HP burning damage, so the more your HP and your mastery, the better. Exclusive level 2, on the basic attack, also attacks up to 2 enemies with HP burnings on them. So in fact, I suppose that if all enemies have an HP burning on them, you are gonna attack everyone. I don't know what to think about that hero. I think he might be an overage epic hero, and I don't think that you are gonna use him in many content, even if you are in early and mid game. Let me know what you think about that in the comment below, as always. So now time to talk about the heroes in Banner. We are gonna have, of course, the new hero, Imercardo. We are gonna have Moloch, good hero for the Faction Abyss, the Purgatory Exploration, Dungeons versus Rome and Negia in a burn team, and Broken Land as well. Then you have Arista, a great hero in every content in the game. He's gonna increase by a lot the attack of your strongest DPS in your team, increase his stun meta, stun enemies, block revival. No, that's a great hero. Then you have Aronai, one of the best stun meta manipulator we have in PvP today, and she is also a healer, and she can hypnotize enemies, so she is a counter to the limited hero Jack and Roll, so that's pretty good today to use her in PvP. In PvE, you are gonna use her maybe in Dungeons if you don't have a better option, in Dwarven Ruins I mean, or in the Faction Abyss. She is a mandatory unit for that content. And finally you have Nilua. She is mainly designed for PvP to cleanse your heroes and to lower the turn meta of enemies and deal a bit of damage in AoE. So finally, for the epic heroes, you're gonna have the new one, Rudi, then Deka, Judge Lu, and Novenik. And to be honest, they are not that efficient. We are gonna have the return of the black market between May 23rd and May 30th. We are gonna have an event on the Purgatory from May 27th to June 1st. During which we are gonna get some more rewards. Random Spirit Beast equipment shards, random Spirit Beast shards, and some Giant Dragon shard as well. 5 shards, we need 50, but maybe it's gonna help us to get some because we can obtain some in that bag. We are gonna have a new kind of event, the Gem Miner, in which we need to use pickaxes to mine gems. It's gonna take place between May 27th and June 3rd. The return of the Merit Store, you need to farm the campaign to obtain some medals, and you can spend the medals in a shop to acquire more items, and then some feature adjustments. Display of the total damage in the ultimate trial of the Purgatory, added skill description to unactivated spirit beasts, a switch button to the spirit beast display interface in the gallery. Okay, why not? They are finally gonna add the raid function to the emblem challenge, the Tower of Mark, the Dragon Cliff, and the Faction Abyss instead of the multi-battle button. That's really nice. We are gonna save a lot of times, and we are gonna save our multi-battle, so that's pretty cool. They are gonna add a notice board to guild, why not? Spirit Beast experience potions to the resource store, so maybe you need to spend diamonds to obtain some. Adjusted the purchase logic of the gem miner item, why not? And they are gonna add a new time limited buff to the Wuthering Coast, Armor Breaking Force, effective from the next season, so next week. So guys, let me know what you think about all of these in the comment below. In my opinion, I am pretty sure that I'm gonna summon at least the first copy of that hero, and this is probably gonna be the next hero on who I am gonna spend my legendary Phantom Dragon Eyes until I have the exclusive 2 minimum, and I think that I'm also gonna go to the exclusive 3. Let me know what you think about that in the comment below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice day, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.